You mean everything to me because I know you mean everything to Christ. And Christ means everything to me.
And I called on the Lord. I said, yeah, Father, this is real. Will you watch over me? Will you raise them up to be strong? I'm just a man with flesh. This is what you called for in your scriptures. You said they wore studs and fringes, they got it on. You said they will follow the law, they doing it. You said under Yahanna they ought to love one another, and they doing it.
There's a time and place for everything.
Love don't need to be. You're not aggressive. You're not as aggressive as
Let's
them.
read the definition of let's read the definition of aggression, all right? Let's read the definition of aggression. Go ahead.
Hostile or violent behavior.
So hostile or violent behavior. Are we violent right now?
No, don't skip hostile.
Are we violent?
Don't skip
Are we hostile?
Yes, you are.
Are we hostile? Are we violent? Let's read on the definition of aggression. Read on, brother.
Or attitude.
Oh, attitude, yeah, we got attitude, but why? Because the wrongs that are being done to our people, because the lies are being told on our people, because of the death and the that's been done to our brothers and sisters, man. Any human being has the right to be upset when their child is being any human being has a right to defend themselves when their family is being attacked. That's human nature.
So you saying God makes accidents?
Why do countries go to war? Another country came in and attacked their nation. So what their nation did? They armed up. They protect their nation. Or their state or city will be taken over. Go ahead, read.
Why you not going to war? Why y'all standing right here giving a speech?
Readiness to attack or
readiness. So we ready to do what?
Attack or confront.
We are aggressive because we are ready to attack and confront the lies, brother. Right. Attack and confront the religion that's being put in our head that destroy us. Right. Yes, we are aggressive. And aggression is needed. It's needed, man. You got children?
I have a daughter.
So what about your daughter going to school?
My daughter go to a more.
So what if a teacher or a security guard at the school do your daughter wrong? You're not gonna go to the school and stand up for your daughter? Aggression is needed, young man. It's needed, man. You got a time and place for everything? Read. There's a time to be peaceful and there's a time to be aggressive. Go ahead and read.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 3 verse 1. To everything there is a season.
To everything there's a season. Read on.
And a time to every purpose.
There's a time for every purpose. Read on.
Under the heaven.
Right.
Verse 2. And a time to be born.
Go ahead. There's a time to be born.
And a time to die.
There's a time to die. There's a time to have a child. And there's a time when you get in old age, the Lord calls you back. Read on.
And a time to plant.
There's a time to what?
Plant.
There's a time to pray. Go ahead.
And a time to pluck up which is planted.
Oh, there's a time to plant and there's a time to harvest. So you get seeds, throw it in the ground, wait for a second, let it grow, then harvest it and pluck it up. There's a time and place for everything. Read on.
Verse 3, a time to kill.
Wait a minute. Did God say this? God said there's a time to do what?
A time to kill.
David and Goliath. There's a time to what?
A time to kill.
A time when Moses went to Pharaoh and said, let my people go. And Pharaoh got arrogant, so God had to kill the firstborn. There's a time to what?
A time to kill.
There's a time to kill, brother. And God sanctions that killing. Read on.
And a time to heal.
And there's a time to heal. There's a time for us to come together and heal from our traumas and learn from our mistakes. Oh, you quit. We got it now. Now you quit. Stand on what you believe in. Stand on what you believe in. You can talk it to the mic. You got to touch it. Just talk it. Go ahead and talk.
What do you need to be aggressive for? If God is the one who guides us to everything, He knows our determination before it's made. So whatever battle you're going through, you don't need aggression.
Brother, read it again. You missed it. There's a time and place for everything.
No, it's not.
There's a time to kill and what? Go ahead.
And a time to heal.
There's a time to kill. There's a time to heal. That's wrong. That's what's up. That's wrong. What's wrong with it is we don't stand up no more. You know why? Give me a strong man being bound. I had that right here. Give me a strong man. I'll show you what happened. Our fathers, all the strong men out of communities are gone.
Can I
Give me Mark 3 and 27.
Can I read something?
Mark 3 and 27. Go ahead, brother. Read again.
A time to kill and a time to heal.
Read on.
A time to break down. A time to build up.
There's a time to break down. There's a time to break down the violence, man. There's a time to break down the drug culture.
Can I read something?
There's a time to break down the homosexuality in our community. There's a time that perverted men get locked up for touching children, man. That we build a safe community.
Let me read.
Read on.
Verse 4, a time to weep and a time to laugh.
There's a time to weep. There's a time to cry. And we are crying for our people right now. There's a time to what?
A time to mourn.
No, there's a time to weep.
A time to weep.
A time to cry. Read on.
And a time to laugh.
And a time to laugh. There's time to cry at a funeral. There's time to cry at a candlelight, a visual. And there's time to laugh when we together, the family. We were laughing at just at Passover. We had Passover in Atlanta. Now's the time to laugh. To drink and laugh and eat, man. Read on.
And a time to mourn.
Go ahead, time to mourn. Go ahead.
And a time to dance.
And a time to dance. There's a time to be depressed for a little bit, be upset a little bit for something that's going on with our nation, man. The drug epidemic.
Can I read something?
Us not being a true nation, having the flag.
We got that.
Go ahead.
You got that. But it's not by what y'all
What happened to the black community? Let's find out. What happened to the Latino community? What Mark 3 say? Go ahead.
No man can enter into a strong man's house
Listen, it say no man can enter into a strong man's house. Go ahead.
Can I read something?
and spoil his goods.
And spoil his goods. Listen, black women will not be single mothers if this never happened.
There's nobody that's black.
Little boys will never be fatherless if this happened. Listen up. Read her top.
No man can enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he will first bend the strong man, and then he will spoil his house.
So first it said you gotta bond the strong man. You gotta kill the strong man. That's why right now in the hood, right now in the ghetto, there's what we call them now? We call them YNs. We call them young boys who teenagers from the age of 14 through 17, running around shooting. We all done it. Majority of us in our generation. But if they have fathers and strong men in the communities, they'll take the guns from them if they have to. Tell them put them down. If they don't listen, they'll be taken from them, man. And they'll be raised up the right way. Our daughters will learn what love is. A black man, her father, will put the confidence in her at a young age, and she will grow up and know that she's beautiful, man. And know that she's beautiful, man. She won't search for no attention because her father started her at birth and they let her know that she's loved. And that's what we don't have in the community, man. Our woman don't know that she's loved because she needed it from the beginning. And guess what? You gotta love your daughter aggressively every day. Every day. You gotta love your son aggressively every day so he won't get locked up, so he won't steal, so he won't kill. Aggressively. Why? Because your son can be hard-headed.
Let me talk.
You can have a hard-headed son. You can have a hard-headed daughter. And sometimes you gotta get that belt. What is that belt when you take that belt off and go across it behind? Aggression. When you go tell them to stand in time out for a minute. That's tough love. It's called tough. It's tough, but then it's love at the end. That's right. That's what you don't understand. You don't understand soft love and tough love. There's a time in everything, brother. If we all live like you, we're gonna die. We're gonna be cowards and just die. And we're gonna lay down on the ground. They're gonna stop on us like they've been doing.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one west. They're one west. They're one west.
Yeah, Babylon is falling.